Maybe, I don't know. I pushed a lot of buttons here in the last couple of minutes, and I think that we're live now. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 10th floor's waiting room. Well, get out of the waiting room and come on into the elevator. You know, the waiting time is over. The
It's
surgery
the
is
10th
finished.
floor PM.
Hey, you're radio heading again, or whoever.
I am.
I don't know. You might have to at some point unplug and replug in your webcam
I
and
guess,
just
huh?
kind of reset that connection. Hey, everybody! So many people were waiting for us, Ma.
Really?
Yeah, Kelly
Okay.
Publicover is here. All right, Leanne is
Hi.
here. Julie is here. We just had people waiting in the wings, ready for the hot information that we dropped on General Hospital stuff today. Hey,
But
everybody.
that's awesome.
Welcome. Good evening. And hello. I hope we got
Hi,
sound. Yeah, we
guys.
got sound. We got sound. We got video. We got everything going on.
Yeah.
We're broadcasting. I think this is fine. I think this is set. I'm not going to worry about it anymore, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to go.
Yeah. So I was giggling because Matt was talking about some of the things that, in the news today.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know about most of it. So I was just giggling because I'm going to find out. You guys are going to tell me all about it because
Yeah.
I only know about half of it.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna hop on my phone here and see if I can get some Twitter or some video or something because I did promise a little bit of a breakdown. I don't know where they did with my phone though. I am just so bedazzled. Is the word frazzled? I don't even know.
Well,
Where'd it go?
didn't you just get home from work basically
Yeah,
though?
basically, and I had to quickly go to the grocery store and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah,
anyway,
so life gets in the way, doesn't it?
I found it. Okay, all right. So today there was a Critics Association event. I don't know exactly what this event is, but there was a lot of different shows represented throughout the day, and they had a bunch of different panels. From
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
right. So many shows were talked about. The fates and futures of a great many things was talked about today. But General Hospital having their 60th anniversary come up was a part of this event. And that was kind of the center of it, the 60th anniversary of General Hospital, the longest running daytime drama in history, the one that's won the award the more times than anybody else. So we're going to spend an hour talking to the cast, talking to the creators, talking to the people who make the show today about the 60th anniversary and about some of the history of the show. I think there might have been a little bit of Q&A. I don't know. Me personally, I didn't see any video. I saw a bunch of live tweets from this one reporter that was there.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to give that person credit because I don't navigate the internet well or save things or anything like that.
Mhm.
So thank you to this person for the details. Let's just get into it, Ma. Where do you want to start? Let's
Okay.
start from. Let's start with. Let's start with the big news about the 60th anniversary. All right, Ma, because this is something you and I are excited about. This is something you and I have been chomping at the bit, waiting to see now for a couple of years.
Yeah.
The 60th anniversary of General Hospital is going to start on April 3rd, 2023, and it's
April
going to
3rd.
start
That's not
and
very
it's
far
going to
away.
be the Nurses Ball.
I like it.
Folks, chat, Melissa, who's loud, also in the chat today. Hey, Susan. Hey, Melissa. Who else came in here? I saw a dude. I saw a dude in here a second ago. Where'd that dude go? Anyway, whatever. Emma, we're getting a Nurses Ball, and we're getting a Nurses Ball in 3 months. No,
I
three and a
like
half
it.
months.
But you and I both like the nurses ball.
The Nurses Ball. Oh my
Tell
gosh.
you what, if they have Liesel go up on the stage, cut to commercial, and then have her walk back down, I'm gonna be so mad.
They
It's
would never.
double
They would
jeopardy.
never. She's gonna get a huge number. Her and Scotty.
She better. She better. I want
Don't
to
go
see that
breaking my
face.
heart. I couldn't if I tried. You
I
know?
would love that.
Yeah. Oh man, Stephanie's
That's
happy the Nurses
hilarious.
Ball is back. Jeannie is here. Leanne is excited. Finally a Nurses Ball. Melissa assumes that Lucy's gonna be back by then. Well, Lucy, she's still alive somewhere. But I'm so distracted with Esme right now.
Because Nicholas gonna pay me triple.
Because Nicholas paid me triple. I'm a little distracted at the moment. Uh, that's for Sunday. That's for Sunday. Maybe we'll get a
Oh,
Martin
so
Brayton number.
funny.
That would be fun. You know,
So
can you
funny.
can you know like take me home, country road, to the place I belong. You know, that'd be great. Come on, Michael
It
Unite.
would. It would be. It'd be super fun.
Kelly is wants Milo back doing his thing. All right, we need another Magic Milo performance. We got enough hot, handsome,
Ah,
sexy. We got
you
Dex.
just can't get over those ripaway pants, right?
Oh my God, I will never forget the ripaway pants because listen, me being a gay dude,
So
all right,
funny.
I got something out of that. All right, I got the fun joke that Michael looks like a tube of toothpaste, so that's fun. I got to observe that absolutely nobody had any booty except for Taquan Richmond. Oh, good times. So yeah, Magic Milo.
Oh
Hey,
my
let's do that again.
goodness.
Why not? We got Josh
It
Swickard.
was
You
it
know,
was flat butt madness, wasn't it?
it was. It was.
Flat
We got
butt
Chase is
madness.
handsome. He could do it. Dante,
Yeah.
why not? Who else we got on the show? TJ, of course. Right.
TJ, of
You know,
course.
I mean, we got a whole litany of people that could Magic Milo it up.
Did you watch it today?
I haven't watched today.
Okay.
No, but that's
Well, you know, they just love to have Josh Swickard. They
just
kiss
in a towel.
you know, in yoga little shorts or whatever. And
Mhm.
they just
Hey,
love it. They
If I
just
had
love it.
access to Josh Swickard, I did the
And
same
they
thing.
loved it again today.
I do the same thing. You know, how many times is somebody going to call Dante in the shower? You know, like we've seen that a number of times. Melissa thinks that Esme is going to sing a song. You know, I don't think that Esme is going to have her memory back by then. So maybe
Oh boy, she's playing it pretty convincing that she really
that's because
does.
she don't remember SHIT, Mama.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Well,
goody
it's pretty
two
convincing at this
shoes,
point.
super nice Esme for a couple of months.
Did you watch her yesterday talking to Nicholas?
Yeah.
Not Nicholas,
No,
but
Spencer.
Spencer.
Are you the father of my baby?
Yeah.
Perhaps, but that's for Sunday.
You know, when I say Nicholas, I'm
You're
not
thinking of Nicholas
mistake-
Chavez.
Yes, I'm
Chavez.
not mistaking him for his
That's not what I
father. I'm just saying his real name.
Like when you say Laura rather than Carly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have
no,
a
I get
big
you.
habit of
I
doing
get
that
you.
too.
I get you. Melissa says that Martin's going to sing Adele Weiss from The Sound of Music. I don't know what reference that is, but I don't know what reference that is. Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Stephanie wants Lucy back sooner than the Nurses Ball. I think she will be. I think she'll be back on in the next month or so. Yes, maybe
I
sing
think
a
so
song.
too.
Magic Milo, all that kind of stuff. Michael
And
should
I
be
would
back in the
love
Magic
it.
Milo. Oh, I don't know.
What'd you say?
Kelly says that Michael should be back in the Magic Milo lineup this year. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Maybe he's less toothpastey.
I think it will be. I think it's going to be good, actually. I do. Is it going to be a little bit cheesy here and there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
Well,
is it going to be? But I think it's going to be really. It's going to be a good, fun romp to,
Yeah.
commemorate 60th.
I'm excited about it because it's the 60th anniversary and the Nurses Ball, which means they're going to spend money on it. They're going to spend some time and attention on it. There's going to be fanfare. There's going to be faces in the audience. There's going to be performances of songs that they have spent the money to license and not just covers of old things or whatever it is that they're grabbing onto that they haven't been doing the last couple of years.
And I'm sure we're going to see something fabulous from William.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's going to be on there with a whole band.
Our Cameron. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even Fido will be back up there doing his goth rock.
Maybe.
That'd be really exciting. So I don't know. I think that we're going to be getting some really good
I'm in
songs
line
because
to
it's
see
the
it
year.
all. I'm in line to see it all.
I'm ready. It's going to be days and days of just amazingness. Jeannie also calls the characters by their actors' names, so you're not alone in that, Ma.
I don't do it with everybody, though. It's funny, I never call. I call Carly by mistake Laura, her real name, on a
Mhm.
regular basis, but I never call Laura Jeannie.
Right. Right. She's always been Laura.
Yeah, funny.
uh, we've got a couple of suggestions for different names of the Magic Milo lineup, but we don't get Milo. All right. We've got
Okay.
the line of Delicious Demetrius. Okay. That's the man that Esme's been
Oh yeah,
been
yeah, yeah,
hooking.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Hooking.
yeah.
And then we've also got the Yummy Yuri line.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and then Julie
Why
says
not?
that just Demetrius and Yuri, just those two, she'd watch them. Oh
You know
God.
what what just flashed my mind thinking of those two? It was like pump it up. Remember that?
Saturday Night Live. We're going to pump you up. Regardless of what we're gonna
Flashed
get, it's
on
gonna
those
be
funny.
super fun. I feel like we're gonna get some people that aren't a part of the main cast anymore, like people who are returning for the 60th anniversary, because
Yeah.
that's also something they said. A lot of familiar faces coming back for the 60th. I
That'll
don't know
be
exactly what that means. I don't know exactly what they intend with that. But that's what they're talking about. A lot of familiar faces for the 60th, and maybe they'll hop up on there on stage and sing as well.
maybe.
Maybe bring some of the best performers from history. Who's still around and alive character wise? Juan Santiago. He was a singer. Hung out with Emily.
Ricky Martin,
Blackie.
Blackie, John
Blackie.
Stamos.
I tweeted John Stamos today. I'm sure he didn't notice. Oh goodness gracious. I think Luke is coming back. Even maybe Lulu. I don't know. Luke's pretty dead, and Lulu's in a coma.
I could see it happening though, because they have said it's the longest running soap opera on televised, regular televised TV.
Right.
So it really is, at a milestone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That others can't achieve.
I mean, not first. That's for
Right.
sure. And then the other shows, they're like 10 years younger than General Hospital, so they got a long way to go. So it really seems as though, especially with this presser event and the fact that we are confirmed, 100% confirmed at this point, GH is continuing past April 1st, 2023. The fear, the worry, the rumor out there that GH was stopping at 60, no, that is not happening.
Be a shock if it happened, right? At this point?
Yeah.
Good.
Ooh, yeah, it's I'm glad to see it. I'm so oh goodness gracious, just super excited for the nurses ball. Past that, all right, past the nurses ball. Past the nurses ball in March, just before the nurses ball, it seems. Now, I think I got this date right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, y'all. We're gonna have a special Epiphany episode.
Wow,
I
that's
don't
great.
know what that means.
I tell you what, they did just like a I don't know, maybe 6-8 photos today in a montage at the end of the episode today.
Mm-hmm.
And it completely punched me in the chest from the very first frame of it.
Yeah, I saw a little clip on Twitter. It was like the little 30-second thing, right? Where it's just kind of a bunch of her singing, her talking, just clips, little quick clips.
Yeah, very, very quick. And by the time it was over, I was crying. I don't know if my heart can stand it.
It's tragic. Melissa Is Loud also cried. They did a little tribute for her today, but also with the news.
You're right. It was very, very quick.
Very quick. Yeah. But also with the news was the fact that they're in, I believe it's in March, just before the anniversary. So they must have already written it and are getting close to producing it. Like I said, if I understand this correctly, I'm take everything we say on the 10th floor with a grain of salt. We always are open to being wrong. But from what I understand, they're going to have a special Epiphany episode, a special hour of Epiphany. I don't know if that's clips. I don't know if that's them a memorial because the character passed away. I don't know what that means.
I think it's going to be lovely. Yeah. And like I said, I'm going to have to just get myself a Kleenex box from the point at which it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Because today, even though, like you said, it was very, very quick,
Mm-hmm.
it was very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Well, I mean,
was.
again, it really shows the power of the character, how important she was to everybody and how important she was to the show. You can kind of see this week in how people are kind of, well, especially in Terry, in how Britt's death has just sent a shockwave
Mm-hmm.
through General Hospital, through Port Charles, and has left people scrambling, figuring out what to do.
Yeah.
And what characters who have carry a lot of weight on the show and have a lot of caliber, like Britt and like Epiphany, are going to have these shockwaves that just go everywhere. Since we're getting a special hour of, an Epiphany memorial episode, it really seems as though they might be killing off the character rather than having her go to medical school. But as time goes on, that's probably the better move.
I think so.
It's tragic. It's tragic. And then you can also speak to, I think Twitter said this or somebody in the chat said this, tragedy happens. People's plans get interrupted. Surprises come up. Just like this.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's a better idea too, because that, like we stated when we were talking last Sunday, you cannot recast Epiphany.
Definitely
At some point, you're going to have to explain away why she's gone forever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And since we're getting the full episode, it has to be passing on, and not just a 2-minute scene in one episode where we say, oh, she has a grandkid in California, moved out there, or whatever it is that we talked about in theory over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, chat seems to agree. Having the character pass on is probably the better move. Plus, it gives you a chance to really get down deep and just talk about your favorite moments and your favorite memories, and just really have a celebration of life, a celebration of Epiphany's life. So,
I mean, it's just, it's interesting letting her survive and sending Epiphany away to this wonderful career as a doctor really, really, really honors Epiphany.
Yeah.
But doing it the way they're going to do it is how they're going to really honor Sonia.
Yeah. That's a really great perspective. Really great perspective. You're totally right. Totally right. Will Liz become head nurse? I don't know. We can talk about it on Sunday.
She might as well. She's busy and everything else, isn't she?
Patrick, hoping Patrick makes an appearance. I'm not sure the contractual status of Patrick would allow him to show up even for one day on another one, because he's young and the restless. Jake Abbott or whatever.
Yeah, he's Billy Abbott.
Billy Abbott.
He's Billy Abbott. I think I don't really recall CBS and ABC sharing people in the past.
No, really the only person that's on two at one time.
NBC and ABC does, because they have Wally currently.
Right. Yeah, and that was the reference I was about to make. He's the only person that I can think of that's actively on 2 soaps at one time, and it's because he's not contracted to either one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be fun though. Why not?
Well, I
Figure
hope
it
so.
out. Figure it out.
So I'm looking at whoever the familiar faces are that I haven't seen in a while. Well, I'm all for it. Should be fun.
Oh goodness. I think she should go to med school out of state, says Jeannie. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But definitely don't want to recast. Everybody agrees with that. So. But past that, so much information came out of this thing today, this Critics Association thing. So, we also have, returning in April for an undisclosed amount of time, Jane Elliott coming back.
I did see that Jane Elliott is coming home for a few weeks. I like it. Well, I don't know, for a few weeks. I have no idea. But she is coming back.
Yeah. It's probably not full time. I feel like Jane Elliott's just not interested in being a full time person. But It's fun. It's always good to see. Didn't Brooklyn call somebody that could have been Granny uh, recently? I think she called somebody. I don't
Might have
remember.
been.
I don't
Might have-
remember. Whatever. But yeah, Tracy coming back. It's going to be super fun. Tracy coming back with Luke. Oh my goodness. Maybe.
Oh, wouldn't that be fabulous? I would love that. When is she supposed to return? Do you know a time frame?
Tracy? April or so.
April or so. Well,
I mean,
that's right there at the finale. You know that's right there at the 60.
yeah, right there at the 60th anniversary. So, we're launching the 60th anniversary with the Nurses Ball. But again, lots of news came out. Jane Elliott was specifically mentioned, Tracy Quartermain coming back in April. But they also said a lot of familiar faces are going to be showing up at around that time as well to
Mhm.
unite against a common foe.
Well, that's got to be Victor, right?
Right? So maybe this whole Victor thing is going to come to a head in April.
Be Victor.
Yeah. I would think so. That or the pikeman. Nah, that's a Sunny story. So, yeah. Brooklyn called Tracy to help get Chase back on the force. Yeah, okay. Or Ethan? Oh, Ethan. Ethan can come back. All kinds of people can come
I would love that. I love Ethan. I love Ethan. He's so much, he's like Luke with a English accent.
Isn't he Aussie?
No, I think
Was it
he's
English?
like
Oh,
his
I don't know.
mother.
I don't
It's
know.
always his mom.
I can't tell. I don't know
Always
accents.
his mom.
Ryan could be a common foe, says Melissa. Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Then you got to mix all that, and the mix of all that. Put those two crazies in.
Just crazy treat.
Ryan
Crazy
and
people.
Heather. Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness gracious. Aussie.
Well, I think a lot of it's going to boil up to a head, isn't it?
It is. It's gonna boil over here in the next couple of months. Well, Victor's talking. It's time to cut the Cassadine losses as we come up to
Yeah.
Marcus Colombo's final weeks. So
Yeah, like implied that Nicholas was expendable.
yes. So I think Nicholas might be disappearing. He's not gonna get killed. They're not going to kill Nicholas again. But I think he's gonna wind up banished.
Well, could be.
We'll see. We can talk
Could
about
be.
it more on Sunday.
What's going to happen to Esme and her baby?
I don't know. We're going to talk about more on Sunday. No, we're going to talk about it, not just you and me, Mom, but we're going to talk about it with Larry Flick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's
That's
coming up this
awesome.
Sunday. Yeah, Larry Flick. He's so for those who are unfamiliar, we'll just do a quick plug. He's a writer for Billboard magazine, a music critic, a celebrity hobnobber. He's got a bunch of followers on Twitter. And has been a lifelong General Hospital fanatic. Has watched it his whole life.
Loves him some General.
Loves him some GH and still does too today.
Just like we
So yeah. So he also has like Sirius XM radio shows. He's got his own personal Spotify playlist where he spotlights new music, and if you're somebody in the music world, you've probably heard of Larry Flick. So it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time to make a new friend. It'll be a good time to talk about somebody who's loved General Hospital for a long time. And I'm looking forward to it because he's also a radio show host. So, it's going to be a good, smooth, fun, good sounding conversation.
It's going to be super fun. And you know what, you guys? He might remember something.
He might.
Whereas Peg and I never do.
It's true. He might remember a detail from, this
He
week
might
that
know
we've long
something.
forgotten. Hey,
Wouldn't
Jacarius.
that be nice?
Double C is in here as well. We got a couple of new names here in the evening time.
Welcome, you guys.
Hey,
Welcome to
hey,
the
welcome
floor.
to the floor. Give us a subscribe if you're enjoying the conversation so far. Christina Joan is here as well. Look at this, all kinds of people I've never seen before. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Usually we're on Sunday mornings at 11, so
Yeah.
Pacific time. If you're doing
Yeah,
nothing
this
around then, come join us sometime.
This is actually a little unusual for us.
Super unusual.
Yeah.
Super.
If it wasn't for the stuff that Matt learned today and the little bit that I did, we wouldn't have hopped on tonight, right?
Yeah. We can get into it. We're almost at half an hour. I'm not trying to take everybody's evening, and I've got do stuff with my life. But, we'll do another 15, 20 minutes. Because the cast also, I don't know if there was a Q&A that happened during this panel or if they just had some prepared statements that they wanted to make. It seems more Q&A style, or at least what Michael Fairman was doing for us at the GH convention, where it was kind of a curated chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were doing that, and we got to talk about Jeannie Francis. We have to celebrate Jeannie Francis, honestly.
Well, I'm on board. I don't even know what happened.
All right. So she pretty much distanced herself from Luke and Laura entirely, but definitely from Luke and Laura early days.
Okay.
So someone, something brought up the first time that Luke and Laura were intimate with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or more when Luke was intimate with Laura without her permission.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I can't directly quote here, so I'm just going to have to give you the gist of it. But she said something along the lines of, I am honestly surprised that people are still talking about Luke and Laura. Because, folks, in reality, they haven't been together for almost 30 years. They were sorted together in like the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But that was like it. That was kind of the last little thing, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he was with Tracy with Laura in the picture for a long time.
Yeah.
And when she first woke up from her catatonic, not really in a coma state, I think they tried to be together for a minute, but didn't last any time at all.
No. I mean, they had the big thing with the big wedding, and then kind of they were the thing in the what was it, early 80s? Or it was when it was.
Yeah,
right?
I think they got married in 80, I think.
80 or 78 or 80 or 82, something in those 6 years.
Yeah, around the same time as your dad and I.
Yeah, we've talked about it a couple of times on the show. So roundabout, 79 to 81 is when they got married. At some point. And that was kind of that was their heyday.
That was their heyday. But when they went on the run with, and Lucky was like 8 or 9 years old, they first came back into town, and he came into Kelly's by himself, and Aunt Ruby thought, that was like little Luke, but she didn't even know who he was. And it was awesome when they first came back and all that stuff, all the adventure stuff. And, the Luke and Laura story, even though, yes, it's old, and I understand what Jeannie's saying. And I totally love who she is today as a character.
And that is also something that she said. She said that Laura as a young person was a victim. Constantly a victim. But Laura now is a self-assured, successful woman who is smart. She is the mayor. She is the matriarch of her family. She is calling the shots and working on the side of good. Jeannie Francis loves who Laura is today. And as long as you love the character you're playing, you're going to love being on the show and want to stick around.
Well, that's awesome. Well, you can see it too. I think I see it. That she does seem to really enjoy what she's doing.
Yeah. So she said that she and then she also distanced herself from the situation. She said that she is no longer going to defend it. She's no longer going to say, again, I'm not quoting her. I'm just giving you the gist of what she said. But she said, I'm no longer going to defend that storyline. I'm no longer going to say it was a seduction. It was wrong what he did. It was wrong to play that story. I was a young, naive actress, and if I was who I was today, back then, it wouldn't have happened.
Well, it doesn't make it any better to say this. It certainly doesn't. But you guys, back then, it's just different. It's just a whole different thought and space and mind for a lot of folks. It was just such a different time.
And that's not an excuse. it's a
It's not an
problem.
excuse.
It's
It's
highlighting a
not.
problem of the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Kaiwan says pretty much the same thing. A lot of what happened back then was sort of, kind of, maybe fuzzily justified for the decade, but definitely not
Right.
morally at any point.
Exactly.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. So that's what Jeannie Francis had to say. A lot of really positive statements about what's going on today, about how much she enjoys Laura today, and a lot of distancing herself and making some very clear statements about how she feels about some of the stuff that happened for her character way back when. It sounds to me like she's done talking about Luke and Laura. What else is there to say, honestly?
Well, I don't think there's a whole lot more to say either. I don't really want to see a Luke and Laura reunion as a couple, as a super couple. I want to see that Luke's not dead by the arm of Uncle Victor.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, I want to see a reunion between he and Laura. I want to see a reunion between him and everybody.
Yeah, you want to see him just walk through Port Charles.
I do. I know. I love Luke. So who doesn't want to see Luke at least be, you know, triumphant at the end and, you know, and then kick some dirt in Scotty's eyes? Why not?
You know, I mean, even those statements were made about the relationship between Luke and Laura. I don't know. Does that mean that you have to necessarily cancel the character of Luke entirely and just try to scrub him from the history of GH and never talk about him again? I don't necessarily think so.
No, and if you're going to go back, and they've already proven to us this is what they're doing, if you're going to go back to the Ice Princess, you've got to go back to Luke.
You got it. I mean, they talked about him plenty already. Hey, Josie.
Yeah, exactly.
Melissa says she's Jeannie Francis. She could kick a puppy. She could kick a puppy with leukemia in the face, and I'd still support her. Jeannie.
Well, she'd have to kick Willow in the face at this point.
Jeannie and Jeannie are the same age. She's 2 weeks older than Jeannie. Figure that one out, Ma.
Well, then I'm right there too. I'm right there with Jeannie as well.
Yeah. Kelly Publicover loves Laura no matter what. Hey to Hevlin.
I love her too. Goodness. I love her too.
People talking, well, they want to see Sky. Interesting. Sky. They want to see
yeah,
Sky.
Why not?
Heck yeah. Let's do it. Stephen Lars has been in jail too long. I mean, these could be all these familiar faces that GH was hinting toward.
I said last week that how come Crazy Heather don't give a crap about Stephen Lars? Why didn't she get him out of jail? Why not?
Stephanie says, don't erase history, learn from it. And there was a bit of that in the 90s, in like 97, 98, 99. Laura confronted Luke about it, and they had
and so did Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky really confronted Luke about it.
So maybe this is something that the show has put to bed and resolved.
I think they actually have, honestly. I do. Yeah.
Well, Jeannie Francis wasn't the only person to have statements. Now, she was the one that like shook the cage the most and is probably the most, I don't know, I don't want to say the most quote-worthy because I don't want to diminish anything else that anybody said. Like Donnell Turner, you know, he took his classic phrasing that he takes about GH about how much he loves it, how he watched it as a kid. It's big fun adventure. There's nothing like being on General Hospital. So, you know, positive statements from Donnell. Tabyana Ali was able to get the microphone, and she made statements about the merits of a slow burn love romance where you just cannot wait to see these two people crawl across each other on your daytime TV.
Is that what she said?
I mean, not those words exactly, but the gist of it.
Hilarious if she did.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure she said something that was incredibly witty. I wish I could quote, but you know me, I didn't do any prep, and I had an hour between work and broadcast, so I just couldn't. But yeah, she had just talking up Spencer and Trina, essentially, and saying that the slow burn is really what soaps are at. You know, it's not about the hot flash. Let's make out right now. Like it's about the long drawn out story with the angst and the want and the weeks and the weeks and the winks and the weeks of feeling these emotions for these people, of the longing.
Yes, that she's right. That's soap opera, and it's a balance of a lot of times of, do you wait so long that no one cares anymore? But the pairing of a couple like Spencer and Trina,
Hmm.
that caught fire. That has caught fire. That it doesn't strike every time,
No.
even with other super couples.
Yeah.
They just are. Their audience is so invested.
Very much so.
Yes, you're so invested. And yes, there's been other couples we are too, but this it's just got some fire.
Yeah.
That others don't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
guys,
It does.
a lot of you guys out there care a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, passion, all kinds of passion,
Absolutely.
all kinds of passion, and it's
And
great.
I want to see it too.
They
I
definitely,
absolutely want to see it too.
I mean,
If they were to break up, and they won't, if they were to break up Spencer and Trina before there's that big union, that happy with everything about them,
Yeah.
mind, body, and whatever.
Oh
if,
gosh.
if the audience doesn't see that, they're going to be like,
Oh yeah, they're going to see that. And what's great about Spencer being a Cassadine is that there's so much baked in story, so much, so many stories, and it's not like, okay, well, they get together and then what, like there's so much.
You were joking, saying that Spencer and Trina are going to wind up taking care of that Cassadine baby. You might be right, man.
Maybe they will. But yeah, if you take Spencer and Trina, and then you take Brooklyn and Chase, there was a certain point in the story for Brooklyn and Chase where you're just like, now is the time. We are ready. We are primed. We have done the baby thing. We've done the almost thing. It is time to pull the trigger on this. We are ready. And then we lose interest. When it comes to Spencer and Trina, they've been able to keep that going without us going, all right, come on, all right, never mind. Mm-hmm. They've been able to. Just when it comes to Rory and Esme, and just even what's going on now, where they're essentially a couple. They're basically playing these scenes as a couple now.
Yeah. And I think they're going to try to separate for a little while, saying because, this whole playing to be together is not necessary anymore.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to try to give that a break, but then that's not going to last.
Oh, no. They're going to do some sort of romantic kiss at the door. Kelly says that you, Mama Cat, wants some love in the afternoon.
There you go. I used to love all that nonsense. Just said love in the afternoon. With all my children, and then the one life to live, and then the General Hospital, all that love in the afternoon. It was great.
Love in the afternoon. Nothing but love. In the afternoon. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's amazing. And then
I can tell you what, you can take care of your home really well. You can take care of your home really well if you have soap operas on all afternoon and get off your butt when there's a commercial.
Yeah, clean something during a commercial. And then while you're cleaning, you listen to the ad about, the Tide, and you're like, oh, I should get that. That would make this job so much easier.
Seriously, though.
It's it's what they do. Oh, my gosh.
You can watch every minute of those soap operas as long as you get off your butt when there's a commercial.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Not anymore, that's for sure.
Joss and Spencer, in-game material. My goodness, Melissa, don't let the Sabrina fans let you read that. What? Don't let the Sabrina fans read that. You know what? Let me not say that. You didn't say anything against Sabrina in that. You just said that Spencer and Joss are in-game. You might get some people going, oh my gosh, you're crazy. But I don't think anybody's going to jump down your throat too bad over that. You know who does jump down each other's throats is all of these racist bots, these fake people who create a bunch of accounts and just say a bunch of mean things. Oh my gosh.
I don't know about that, hon.
I don't know much about it either. I really don't. I'm just scratching the surface of all of this underlying drama that exists on Twitter. But I don't think I really have the time or the inclination to educate myself too deeply about it.
Yeah.
But whatever. Emma and Spencer, they used to love each other. Big time. Big time. Give Emma a couple more years. She'll be back on the show causing problems.
Hope so.
Definitely. Now, she is Robin's kid, though, so she's probably going to be a good person.
Yeah, she is Robin's kid.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was pretty much it. That's what I remember, at least, from what I was reading earlier today. They also had a big 60th anniversary, fun 2-minute teaser commercial thing, which you can find on Facebook. You can find it on Twitter.
I wish I would have saw that before we got here on this tonight.
But that's
I
okay.
didn't see
That's
it.
all right. That's going to give me a chance to figure out how to do you, me, and a video, right? And then what we can do is this really popular thing on YouTube, which is Twitter breakdowns and Easter eggs. Or trailer breakdowns, excuse me, and Easter eggs.
Oh, okay.
So basically what we will do is we'll play the little clip of the video, which we can do. It's fair use. We're not making any money off of it, and it's an advertisement. So we can do it.
Yeah.
So we can play it, and then we can pause it every couple of scenes and be like, oh, well, there's Jessie Brewer. She's hanging out with Mr. So-and-so Weber. Fast forward a little bit and be like, oh, this is when so-and-so confronted so-and-so.
We can do the trailer just like we used to do the show when we lived in the same house.
Yeah, we play it and then pause it and talk about it for 10 minutes.
Play it and pause, play it and pause, play it and pause. Well, that's going to be easy.
So I'll figure out how to do that, and we'll try to get that going. I'll try to make that happen. You know, maybe I'll try to make that happen as early as tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.
You're going to do the hard part.
Well, the hard, I mean, hard/easy. The hard part to me would be lining up the video, because when it's just me, and so this framing of you and me side by side simply doesn't exist, and so it's just a little difficult to imagine where windows are going to line up. But that's all right. That's technical problems for me to figure out off air with you later.
Okay. There you go.
Hey, Chandra, welcome to the chat. You came on just in time for us to say goodbye.
Yeah, we're about to jump off.
We're about to get back onto that elevator and all of that nonsense. But let me just real quick though.
It might be so late we're gonna have to take the stairs.
Right. Let me just scroll up a little bit just to give a little bit of honor to those who participated in the chat in case I didn't read it. Laura and Kevin are a healthy marriage. They are in game. Laura and Kevin are going to be together forever. And I think that Jeannie Francis really likes that representation of a couple. I am putting words in her mouth. She did not say that. I said that she thinks that.
Why wouldn't she?
Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she?
I like it.
Kaiwan wants Emma back real bad.
I like Emma.
Like I said, she'll be back. Give her a couple of years and she'll be back.
I like Emma.
Let her finish college. You know, she's not going to play into the college stories, but once they graduate college and start careers, maybe Emma will move to Port Charles as a doctor.
She could be, yeah.
You know,
or
nurse. Depends on who she follows. Or they're both doctors, right? Robin and Patrick are both doctors, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why they were doing the store's closet all the time, because they were at work.
Right. Doing it instead of saving lives.
Those two were like little rabbits at one point. They were as bad as Josh and Dex. My goodness, you guys.
Stephen Bradford used to do commentary of scenes. You know, what we can do is I can take some old fights from General Hospital and we can do some wrestling commentary over it. Jocelyn with a hand of hair. By God, she's throwing Esme right into the side of the docks. She's drowning her. By God.
I don't see why not, Matt. We could have done the crazier things.
We'll just be silly. We're going to be the silliest GH show in the history of YouTube. Emma may be interested in Dex. Ooh. One Life to Live characters come back for the 60th. I don't know. That would be a little weird, Kaiwan, for One Life to Live characters to come back for the General Hospital 60th anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there could be some. You never know. But, you know, we want to see all these folks that used to be on the show.
Oh gosh. Leanne wants us to continue to do weekdays. I don't know, Leanne. I like the groove of Sunday mornings, to be honest. But that doesn't mean we can't find more opportunities to do things like this.
Well, I like popping in here every once in a while. I do, but whew, you know, my tank is not it's got nearly as much gas in it when I come on at this time.
I know. And honestly, we
gotta
go. At this point we're just because we got Julie saying that she needs to go to bed. We got Stephanie saying that they need to go to bed. All right, folks. That's it. That's it. Thank you very much, Chandra. Remember, everybody, like and subscribe. Like this video right now. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to upload this to the audio platform like I always do, which you can find everywhere podcasts are to be found. And if you can't find it on your preferred podcaster, reach out to us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH, and I will upload it there or point you in the right direction to find it. Until then, join us next Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, right here live on YouTube when we have our special guest co-host, Larry Flick, lifelong GH fan, music critic, just a fun-loving guy. He's going to be here. It's going to be a super fun time. So join us then. Go spend some time with your family. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you right here next time on the 10th floor. Thank you. Bye.